Hello, hello, beautiful person watching this. I am so happy that you're here. Welcome back to another Slay the Spire Ascension 20 Defect run. Thank you to all who voted on my poll that I made, my very first YouTube post ever. Very exciting. Was asking about two different runs, the Berserk run from yesterday and this run, the Reprogram plus Barrage plus Capacitor run. And this one was very cool, of course, with only that little bit of context. There's no way to know how the whole run is really going to play out. In this case, I would argue, at least from my perspective, that this run was cooler than the Berserk run. The Berserk run is a nice novelty. It's cool to see it do its thing, but really Berserk is kind of a boring card, essentially just giving you a little bit of energy per turn. But Reprogram, completely warping the way Defect works, which is actually a very great, poignant name for the card then, is very interesting, and just the way this run plays out I think is pretty fascinating. And also had some very close calls, so it's very exciting. So we do get to the trade 99 gold for a rare relic, and we got Gambling Ship. That's obviously insane. One of the best relics in the game, allowing us to pitch any number of cards from our opening hand that we'd like and draw that many. I may have made a mistake here. Did I get rid of defend? Whoops. But yes, we're very happy about that. And then of course we traded max health for golden idol. Took a rebound for some early damage and a beam cell for some early damage. Accidentally did the thing. If you right click right when the fight starts, you'll get the map marks thing. And I love to right click. So you just gotta open your map and close it to get rid of that. Had lethal there, that was a mistake, took 1 damage for no reason. So already in the early fights here making some significant mistakes. That's always fun, but hopefully we clean it up here pretty quickly. Take a hologram, that's a great card. And ooh, blue slaver black slime here is disgusting. Hate to see that. Probably going to use explosive pot if the damage lines up for it. I mean, with this deck, this fight is just unfair. I think we took the most aggressive possible cards. Now we are frail and getting weakened and taking 18. I explosive pot now in case the slime gets hit, and it doesn't. So lightning orb failing us there. That sort of 50-50 tilts me to death, actually. If there's one thing in this game that I actively dislike, it is lightning orb RNG. My god. There's some with bouncing flask as well as the silent, of course. And Equilibrium is here. That's a great block card, a nice girthy block card. And the effect of retain your hand is actually very powerful contextually. So a card that's gone nothing but up for me over my time of playing this game. I thought it was good before, and then I thought it was even better than that, and now I think it's even better than that. It's just so insane. Wish I got in early on the stock. Big slime here, not looking too bad. Had to take 4 because we were frailed. I'm not sure past me realized I was frailed, but I have to do damage, of course. So that's fine. Down to 24 health, that's pretty spooky. There's a ball of lightning, gonna take that. We just don't need that damage. Have a beam cell as well for some attacks. And yeah, the super elite here, I actually clicked this? Oh my goodness. Wowzers. The madman. It's like, sure, just die to Gremlin Knob or win. And Equilibrium is absolutely insane versus the Luggable in here. Get to craft our opening hand here. And of course, a huge girthy block card is excellent against Luggable in any way. Being more resistant to the Dex minus debuff. And the block actually matters because it's hitting you for 20. So strength Luggable in probably best case scenario. Any of the other iterations of Laga would have been worse, and any other elite would have been worse. I think is literally the best thing that could have happened here. Very lucky. Certainly this run Could have never happened if this was a different elite. So great fight there, took a little bit of damage. And Ornamental Fan is here. Every time we play 4 attacks in 1 turn, we'll gain 4 block. And Boot Sequence is a real option. It's also a barrage. Don't have anything super impressive to put in play with the Boot Sequence. You generally want to have a more of a greedier kind of thing going on. Maybe if you had, for example, a bottled Echo form, you would love to have a Boot Sequence, or perhaps even 2. Which sounds insane, but just making sure you can play that and not take damage would be great. And I actually maniacally go for this Scrap Ooze as well, as many clicks as I could take without dying, and got a Toxic Egg for it. And we also found Ollie Smoothstone. So Ollie Smoothstone, of course, giving us 1 dexterity. That's a great relic. Always happy to have that on any character except arguably Watcher, probably. And we also have Toxic Egg. Upgrading all future skills we take. That's, of course, an insane relic. And you'll notice that we don't yet have Reprogram in our deck. So we're going to have a Reprogram Plus, in fact, as soon as we find it. Trying not to die here. Equilibrium is absolutely cooking. Love to see it. Severe lack of skills in this card reward screen. Probably Barrage or Skip. Or Sweeping Beam is fine. We can upgrade it. It depends on what we're fighting as our boss, which I didn't actually look at. We already have a Barrage. Maybe the Beam is better, if anything. Storm is too early. We have no other powers. Can't take Speculative Storm, really. I skip, in fact. And unfortunately, the skills are not what we're looking for here either. Recursion Force Field with no powers. Oof. And Heat Sinks is our power, which, again, we have no other powers, so it's not doing much. So the rewards are very tough here. Definitely not getting a lot. The relics have been good so far that we're seeing. Not from this store, though. Duplication Pop might get clicked on. Card remove might get clicked on. Could remove a strike here for sure. Definitely seems good. Wouldn't want to remove a defend because we have Smooth Stone, and I even buy a Dex Pot. Going against Guardian, I want to make sure I don't die. Might have to use 2 of those sometimes, which would be crazy. And I rest. 5 health against Guardian is a bit too sus, because if we had a bad turn 1, then we wouldn't be able to tank the 36. Still might not be able to tank the 36 and win, even after resting, but at least it gives you some chance. And you may get chipped out if you don't rest from 5 health. That's way too low. So presumably earlier when I took the Super Elite, I was planning to only take that Elite for the whole act and hope that it worked out. Definitely did in fact work out, but very, very spooky clicking on that for sure. Hologram is huge, of course, in every run it's in almost. Just upgrading that bad boy early on gives you so many options. Should have rebounded the Equilibrium. No, I would have taken 4 damage, never mind. If you could somehow rebound the Equilibrium, like if it was Headbutt, that'd be great. Could Headbutt it back on top. You have to play rebound before, which means you take 4. Very sad. Zero damage Guardian, looks like. Could have gone worse, okay? The rest is justified, I still think. And Echo Form is here, that's very exciting. And Snecko Eye is here. So it makes Equilibrium a little bit awkward in a sense, because if you are retaining cards with Snecko Eye, they probably cost a lot. On the other hand, you're making this a very girthy 2-cost block card, cost anywhere from 0 to 3 instead of just 2, which is better. So usually it works out that you draw the 7, you play Equilibrium and a few other cards, and then you may draw up to 10 next turn, but that's fine. As long as you don't double the Equilibrium, you're fine. That's where it gets really awkward. And the ability to make Echo Form cost 0, 1, or 2 and draw it more reliably because we're drawing 2 extra cards a turn makes Snecko Eye a no-brainer. I know that's one of the most common sentiments I've seen from players who are not A20 over people's chats is that they either don't get why Snecko is good or they hate taking it. That's a shame, but I understand. The randomness can be brutal. There is some chance that you outright lose the run because of Snecko Eye rolls. It just tends to end up being the case that it works out. But if you are not building your deck in a certain way, it can be actually genuinely downside. Like if you take a lot of 0 cost stuff, it's unimpactful or whatever. And it's not the case that you can always click on Snecko and have it be correct, of course. But if you even have one very juicy card to put in play, like Echo Form in this case, then it's already worth it. You just have to understand that that's like your entire game plan, basically, at least for a while. And then you start to find other good Snecko cards, and that's very good. I take Stack Plus, and I hope that it works out later over the run. It's not a great card, but I really wanted to try it, and I was like, I can actually take this here because it's upgraded and like kind of weird. I know that it was weird though. Don't take Stack unless you're very like, if you're trying to have a bit of a spicier time than normal, or you're in a very particular situation where you think it's good, like you have a huge deck, prayer wheel stuff going on maybe. The problem with Stack is that you might draw it like early on and then you have no cards in your discard pile and it does nothing. Hologram makes it better. Very awkward birds turn 1 there. Birds are doing it to me, as it were. 0 cards on my discard pile with Stack. Huge. Oh, and I didn't mention Snecko Eye is insane with the gambling chip. I would have taken Snecko anyway here, to be clear. But the fact that not only are you drawing 2 extra cards, you can then pitch to the gambling chip, and you can get rid of the bad rolls is absolutely disgusting. Gambling chip on its own is another reason to just take Snecko Eye, I would argue. And there's our reprogram. It's a little... So I realize I don't have much orb stuff going on. And that's just kind of it, really. It's upgraded, looks pretty, and I wanted to give it a try. I'm very uncomfortable in the reprogram space. I'm entering uncharted territory here. I've never won a run with reprogram as my main strategy, that is true. And I tend to remove it over strike if I have it in my deck from a transform or something like that. So this is brand new stuff for me here. And so what we really want is more hologram to keep recurring it. And hologram is extra insane with Snecko Eye, and you have to understand these sort of things because intuitively you would suspect that any card that costs 0 or 1 would be less desirable by default when you have Snecko Eye, because generally speaking, the higher the cost of a card is, the more objective individual impact that card has, and therefore, since the card is random cost, you might as well just pick the the juiciest cards, right? Here's the thing though, some cards interact with other cards and or their costs. Hologram, for example, can get back any card in your discard pile. So if you happen to high roll on a card and make it cost 0 when it shouldn't, you can then keep getting that card back with hologram. So even if hologram costs 3, it'd still be worth it to play in that situation, because you're essentially cheating like 4 energy worth of stuff there. If it's 3 for the hologram and 0 for the thing, instead of 1 for the hologram and 3 for the thing, or whatever. And if you have more hologram, they both may roll 0, and then you can infinite, which is also very cool. Oh man, this fight. This is going to be the fight where it looks like it's over, because I remember this. So I had to skip Echo Form here. That's the problem. Maybe I should have played it anyway, right? But I mean, I was taking 27 to play that Echo form. Seemed wrong. But the problem is, how do we ever get through this avocado, right? Like, it's impossible. So we already play the reprogram, which is spooky. And I'm not doubling this, so that's fine. I remember this fight, man. Oh no. And I'm playing Equilibrium twice, so that's a bit of a yikes. I had to do it because I thought I was not blocking for enough. In my mind, anyway. Shouldn't have done it though, probably. And now everything costs 2 or 3, and I'm retaining this whole hand. So I wasn't, oh, I'm doing it again because I need to block. Like, I'm just so into blocking right now, and just hoping that it cools off. And that I scale with reprogram enough to just kill it before it starts killing me. So I think the whole playing Equilibrium 3 times was a mistake, probably. Now I have no cards in there anymore, hologram doesn't do anything, and my whole hand's unplayable. Snecko Eye doubters are eating right now. That's a 12 block hologram. And Equilibrium is the only playable block card in my hand because it costs 1. Snecko, please. Now Barrage actually does damage again, kind of. So really, it was just the Snecko rolls this fight. Sometimes this happens. This can happen. And the fact we didn't play Echo form means that we were just getting absolutely owned. Take 5. How much damage does this fight do to us? Like 30? What did we start at? 40 something? Anyway, that was brutal. Maybe 30 something. And we found a Seek Plus. Slightly less good when you have a Snecko Eye, but that's fine. It's significantly worse when you have Snecko Eye, but it's still good. And Slavers are here. So we walk into Slavers, right? Which, like, if that last fight was almost killing us, surely this fight kills us. But as long as the Snecko Eye rolls are good, then we'll win. Surely. So managed to block for enough. Huge. And got Echo Form in play for 0, which was huge. And 0 cost Ball Lightning is really good. Probably not playing this 3 cost reprogram, unfortunately. I thought that was hologram, but it was not hologram, it was Seek. Idiot! So, get hologram for the 0 cost hologram, and then play the 0 cost hologram for whatever I need. Stack is 13 block, it's quite a lot. Barrage to kill the thing. Barrage kills the thing. Only take 3. Pretty good turn. Ouch. Time to play reprogram finally. Doubled. That's good. And now we need to actually draw block each turn. There's a few wounds in there. Trying to kill the guy that makes the wounds. The wounds are brutal. Should have played Beam Cell, I guess. Well, had to play the attack before the Beam Cell because it was doubled, of course. And Barrage is huge, so we already got this Barrage cooking, but we need some orb slots because the Barrage will do more if we can make more orb. Even if the orbs don't do anything at all, stacking Strength and then playing Barrage is going to be very, very cool. That's a skip. This card sucks. Streamline actually gets a little bit worse because you can't reduce the cost of it. It'll just randomize it again when you draw it. So the effect of it doesn't do much, essentially. And Snake Plant is here. We got it 1 cost. Echo Form. I suppose part of the reason for taking Stack was the gambling chip as well. I didn't mention that earlier, but it's probably true. I was certainly not thinking it was already good, though, when I took it. That's definitely the case. It's like Defend Plus at best when I took it. If we do the gambling chip thing, I mean. So I can go Stack and then Hologram, but I can't play the stack twice. So I'm just trying to play as many cards as I can here. And then stack and not die. And the Ornamental Fan is huge as well, so only take one here. Pretty amazing. I'm glad that I took my time there and didn't just die to Snake Plant. If you're someone who's a regular viewer of me, you're probably impressed by how much time I actually took there. Turns out it's pretty easy to not outright die when you shouldn't be outright dead if you just take a second. And found Self-Repair Plus. I don't have a Frozen Egg, but it's upgraded for some reason, so that's going to be huge. Put the Echo Farm in play and then double the Self-Repair. It's 20 health per combat. Very huge. And we rolled well on the holograms here. Ooh. Taking 33. Uh-oh. And C costs 3. Uh-oh. Am I just losing Fairy in a Bottle here? Yup. So, luckily we had a Fairy in a Bottle to save us. By the grace of God. Am I maniac enough to save this Self-Repair? And I hit 0 cost on those earlier, and until you redraw a card with Snecko Eye, its cost remains the same in your discard pile and your draw pile. So it still costs 0 there, I could just take that. I did play the Self-Repair, of course, because I was hoping to kill it soon. And Mummified Hand is here, and Glacier is here. Glacier not as good as normal, because our orbs aren't actually doing anything. But they do still make orbs for our capacitor, which is important. And it's upgraded, so it actually just blocks for 10 anyway. And Mummified Hand, didn't mention that. But there's a few relics I didn't mention. My god, where did those come from? Take a moment here. Bag of Prep is here. Extra good with the Gambling Chip, of course. Now we draw 9 cards on turn 1. Which we may then pitch as many as we want. And take a Reinforced Body just for some good, reliable block. We can always sink our remaining energy after spending all our energy on the good rolls. And then just sink it all into a Reinforced Body. Also, we have a lot of decks from Reprogram. Quickly going to go over the relics that we didn't talk about. Ceramic Fish will give us 9 gold when we add a card to our deck. Kind of mediocre, but it's okay. And Akabeko says your first attack each combat does 8 extra damage. That's pretty good as well. And Mummified Hand is a big one, although slightly less good than normal here, because we don't care as much about certain powers that give us focus. But it will reduce the cost of a random card in our hand to 0 whenever we play a power. Good with the more Echo Form we have, the better that becomes. I'm saving the Seek. Wanna play that later, perhaps. And until we play Reprogram, Glacier will actually be good with the orbs. So that's good. The Echo Form is doing some very heavy lifting this run. It's 0 cost hologram. Although it costs 3 though. Get back to 0 cost hologram. Never mind. Didn't need the block, so it was pointless to do that. Here we go. We're about to get so reprogrammed against this collector. Oh my god. Uh-oh, nothing on my discard pile. Everything sucks. Hold. Hologram for the 0 cost defend. Only take 11, which is not too bad. It's making more dudes. That's a decent looking hand, hopefully. If the reprogram doesn't cost too much. Get reprogram or hologram for the 0 cost again. And then 0 cost defend. blocking for a lot, only take 6. Our deck be blocking. I have to double equilibrium to not die, probably. Maybe not. Maybe could have double reprogrammed, then seeked for hologram. I forgot I had like the 0 cost hologram in there. This is getting very complicated, by the way. It's like, how do I maximize all this stuff and the random costs and all that? Should have played the defend instead of, I thought it was gonna die, I think. I could have done, yeah, 0 cost reprogram first. I can imagine someone out there watching this and being like confused. Actually, apologies. Okay, we're just going into our discard pile, hoping to find the 0 cost cards, and then we want to play reprogram as many times as possible. But also, sometimes we have to double the block card first because it's more net block if we double it before playing the reprogram. Since only our first card is doubled. And we did it on the back of a doubled beam cell as well. Not even upgraded. Hyper Beam is here. Who cares about focus in this deck, right? And I'm like, is it even good still? Like going into Act 2 with a Hyper Beam, if you already have the reprogram going on, that'd be pretty good. But do we still care about the Hyper Beam? Turns out yes, because how do we kill Reptomancer with this deck if we don't have it? Normally the answer is Electro, or just have a really strong deck, but neither of those things are happening here. So considering Runic Dome versus Sozu, I'm pretty sure I take Sozu here because of my artifact pot chilling. I want to save that for the heart so I can block the vulnerable. And yeah, that's fine. It does prevent us from ever finding a good capacitor potion, which is kind of a bummer. But other than that, I think it's fine. And yeah, we'll not be using this artifact pot anywhere except for the heart to block for essentially like 37 damage over 2 turns or something like that. Get rid of everything that doesn't cost 0, basically, and Echo Form. Now I can just hologram the Hyper Beam. Goodbye, Darklings. Poor guys. There's another hologram plus. My god. A Toxic Egg just upgrading all the holograms is so gross. That's like the grossest thing about it on the defect anyway. So, literally 9 0 cost cards, was that right? Master Strategy is still worth it. Yep, 9 0 cost cards. Very funny game, very funny. Okay, we get it. I have Snecko Eye, right? Haha. Mind Bloom's here, that's really good. Going to fight the boss. Not sure what I'm thinking here. I should keep the hologram for Hyper Beam. I can probably kill this on turn 1. Oh yeah. Is this a turn 1 slime boss kill? You are nothing! Hell yeah. And our relic is a fossilized helix, giving us 1 buffer at the start of each combat, preventing the first time we take any damage. That's an excellent relic. Tends to get a bit worse, I would argue, against the heart. It's hard to keep the buffer charge against the heart if you don't have like anchor. And the multi-hit also doesn't care about the buffer charge at all. If you manage to make it buffer the 67 hit, you're very happy about it though. Just very hard to make that happen. Usually. There's double hologram for 0, unless one of those is mummified hand to debuff or buffed. But that could be infinite block if I need it. The wrong time to get that, I would argue. It's not very important here. And yeah, I didn't play self-repair, that's a shame. No hologram in there, so I'm gonna try to wait for that, to be sure. Have Echo Form in place, so hopefully draw a self-repair and win. And look at this doubled reinforced body, blocking for 112 calibers will be good here, by the way. That's for sure. And it's capacitor. So at this time, I was not sure about this. At the past me, I took it pretty quickly still, but I was like, I've never done this. I don't know what's going on. I don't know where I am. Where am I? What's going on? Yeah, I can double Echo Form now with the mirror. Wow, that's good. And I just bought something as well. I couldn't see what it was though. It was an attack. Second barrage, maybe? Look at that hand. My god. So now we're really doing it here. We have a lot of scaling. We can actually make orbs with the glacier and the capacitor, and then barrage for a lot of damage. I did take a second barrage. Unupgraded barrage, good enough to add to this deck in Act 3. Very exciting. At least past me thought so. I'm thinking, is it better to Glacier Barrage unupgraded or Barrage upgraded for 3? I'm playing some cards here to stack the slowed debuff. Didn't play the zero cost strike. Whoops, didn't see it. I'm about to play self-repair for double, and I'm like, wait a second, doesn't even do anything here. And I noticed I haven't played hologram yet, or a reprogram yet. Hence we had the orbs actually doing something still. Gotta find this reprogram, very sad right now. But the doubled hologram, when you double hologram, you can get back the copy of hologram you played with the hologram, because you're casting a copy of the hologram. So then you can just hologram the zero cost hologram to play zero cost hologram again. And then if you have 2 zero cost holograms, you can infinitely play both holograms. Hologram is a very, very breakable card. And it's common. It's very, very cool. And sadly, I'm shaken because my reprogram costs 3, but I do have a buffer charge, so casually tank 45 damage. It's fine. I was not happy about that though. Equilibrium for a lot. Maybe I had lethal here if I just played the rebound. Didn't matter, I'm full blocking and I have self-repair in play. Lol. So I would love to upgrade and be able to double this capacitor to have 9 orb slots, so my barrage hits 9 times. That would be pretty good. And it shouldn't be too hard to double it. 2 Echo Forms now. Yep. Upgrade capacitor. And here's Reptomancer. You're about to get beamed. It does cost 3. That's very sad. I'm getting rid of it. It looks like. Nope. Never mind. Hope to hit it with... I should keep the reinforced body because that cannot get hit by mummified hand. So I'm considering playing Echo Form, but I'm like, I can't hyper beam if I do, which is very awkward. Very happy that both of these Echo Forms are upgraded. I don't know when I did that, but when I upgraded Echo Form, but whenever I did, that was a very good idea. Because if I can't play Echo Form, we're gonna die, I think. And I got back the Hyper Beam again. Oh yeah. Hologram for the Echo Form. It's beautiful. Zero cost reprogram. Seek for 0 cost as well. Got a 0 cost hologram in there and a 0 cost glacier. And hyper beam for 3. It should probably be reprogram, or should be hologram hyper beam here, not whatever I just took instead. Oh wait, I'm just killing it, never mind. Good job, past me. I forgot how much damage I deal. Now Defrag Plus is here. I still don't have a frozen egg, by the way. It is so much worse than normal. But we do have a mummified hands, and it still can do something if we play it before we get all set up with hologram. And reprogram, rather. I keep saying that. The other cards are worthless. Is skipping Defrag Plus really correct here? I couldn't convince myself that it was. But the fact that it was a consideration is very fascinating, I think. Yep, kill the thing that's hitting us, get Echo Form in play, take a Sender's Bane so we don't have to draw that later. Could have played Equilibrium there, actually. Would have been fine. I'm gonna double a capacitor. I could feel it. I don't think it's even right here, but it's fun. I just can't resist. When I see that capacitor and I have Echo Form in play, I just gotta make the orb slots. My brain says you gotta. One of my favorite things to do in this game is that. Make a billion orb slots. Feels so good. It's like play Reaper with a lot of strength, make a billion orb slots. But though I really love playing Silent, of course, but I don't get the same like dopamine hit from like doing a big catalyst for some reason. The master of finding a Sender's Bane with Seek. Been doing that a lot lately, it seems. When you're getting Echo Form and you don't have any energy for anything else, it makes sense, right? And we do have the buffer charge yet again blocking for 45 damage. 45 is the magic number. It has been extremely useful so far. We are doing sort of a greedy thing, and sometimes we roll badly on the cards that are greedy anyway. 3-cost reprograms and whatnot. So certainly want to have the ability to just play the card and take no damage on the backswing. Seems pretty important. Not sure what I'm looking for here. There's nothing actually even good. I was just making sure that there wasn't anything good. No need to rebound a damage card here because it's going to be intangible next turn. Ball Lightning first to make orb. Probably should, yeah, hologram the Ball Lightning. That makes sense. Make as many orb as possible so I can barrage for a lot. Let's do some math. I have 4 strength. Barrage Plus does 10 times 9? 90? It's pretty good. See, now we're playing Barrage and then hologramming the Barrage and then hologramming the other the original hologram and then play the Barrage again and then hologram again. It's really happening here. Can't play, or can't take Apotheosis, unfortunately. Wouldn't be that good here anyway. We have a lot of upgraded cards already. Claw's here. Sorry, Claw fans, not today. Remove Strike seems good. Just make sure, you should always do that. You should always scroll down and make sure you have no curses before removing a card. I sometimes don't, and then have been punished for it like once or twice in my life. It's obviously you should know if you have a curse. It's like usually kind of in the forefront of your mind, but maybe you like just got it from the last floor or something and you forgot. It's so possible. I could just play Glacier Defrag Plus here. Unfortunately can't seek for Echoform here because it costs 3. I instead decide to do the reprogram thing because we can play it so many times here. It costs 0 after all. But that's a huge turn 1. 8 strength and dex. And I will have enough block with reinforced body. Very nice. So this whole Act 3 has been very smooth. Have I even taken damage? I'm not even sure about that. It's been a while if I haven't. Or if I have, rather. I will lose a buffer charge here. The buffer charge is the main reason for not taking damage if we haven't taken damage. We would have possibly died without it because of the massive number of the hits we took. Giant Head and Nemesis. We have so much minus focus that not even dual cast does something. 4 orbs. Oh man, reprogram too much better than capacitor. Nope. Oh, they both get doubled anyway. Doesn't matter. Foolish. I'm very happy about this reinforced body in particular. It's going to be quite good here overall. Little bit of overkill there on Donu. Happens. This might be dead as well. All the holograms cost too much, unfortunately. Yeah. That was pretty good. That was 22 times 9 damage. Math. 20 times 9 is 180. 2 times 9 is 18. 198. Easy. Like the video if you also do your mental math like that. Comment below if you do it a different way. Good engagement bait. I'm taking defrag. Beam cell. Okay. I'm just getting the cards I don't want out of my deck, it seems. That's what that was. But Sandra's Bane is still in there, so if that's the case, that's a bit of a whiff. I can play all of these cards. I think I just barraged for 0 instead of 1, but that's fine. I don't care about the damage yet. I'm just trying to get set up and not die. There's 2 holograms in there. Can just block infinitely this turn for 0. Huge. Can get back reprogram. Should have done that first, probably. There we go. Just once, because it costs 2. And gotta end my turn here, of course. Time Warp. Reprogram for 0 is quite good, but Glacier might be too good to play here for double. I can do both. I keep forgetting I have 2 Echoforms. That's insane. Should have played Reprogram before or Barrage. Actually, maybe not, because it was going to be doubled. Holy moly. What a game we play here. So yeah, the first 3 cards we play are doubled. So that is why the order is sometimes weird looking and or questionable. That was the wrong order though. Well, but we were full blocking, so it didn't actually matter. By a lot. And now we have so much strength in deck, so we can't possibly die, I think. Reinforced body is how much block right now? 24 times 4 times 2. 192? That's pretty good. Oh, it's going up. Wow. Poor Time Eater. Does anyone else feel bad for Time Eater? Dump to dump to dump. Deep Pulse and Dread. 2481. Those are very pleasing numbers to me. Can't explain why. Barrage upgrade is good. Sure. Probably not doing a whole lot though, but none of our upgrades really do either. Spoon is here. Spoon not doing a lot. Loop is here, doesn't do anything. There's another hologram plus though. I'm gonna take that. The more the better. Oh, I did the Sozu thing. Oh no. It's been so long since I thought about my potions, I forgot. So I just got rid of the skill pot for no reason. But we didn't get rid of the important one, that's fine. Cut the video, man. Oh my god. It's a disaster. In case you don't understand, I have a Sozu, which means I can't take any more potions. I tried to buy a potion, so I discarded my other potion. That was bad. Bro for gore, skull emoji. So setting my hand up to keep for next turn. Might want to go defrag twice into Glacier. Are we going back to the defect roots here? No, I just doubled the Glacier instead, of course. So Glacier is absolutely cooking, even with no focus, because it's a really good card, it turns out. Should have gotten back Ball Lightning instead of Zap. That's a nitpick that actually didn't even matter at all, because it was blocking anyway. And Reinforced Body blocks for lots. Got Reprogram and Echo Farm still in there. So despite like the namesake card in our deck, Reprogram being at the bottom there, we took no damage in the first 3 turns. That's a very good sign for the deck. It's like sometimes it just works out. Didn't even lose the buffer charge. That's crazy. And once again, Reinforced Body is an absolute monster. The best Reinforced Body I've ever had, probably. Aside from perhaps the one Tempest run I made where it was acting as essentially double energy with Recycle. But that doesn't really count, does it? I have 5 holograms. It's pretty good. So we are doubling this hologram as well. Get the reprogram back, get the hologram back. Play the 0-cost hologram again. Then I can hologram for 1, getting the 0-cost hologram back again. If I even need to, which doesn't seem like I actually do, I would have lost the buffer charge. My god, it's insane. Not only are we winning with reprogram, we are swagging with reprogram. This is a little bit embarrassing for the heart here. Or the Spire, rather. We almost died in Act 2. It's true. And Act 1. But Act 4 is getting cooked right now. I make more orb slot because I can't resist myself. I can't help myself, rather. I keep saying the wrong thing. Nice. And Nunchaku is here. Take a cool headed, it makes more orb. How do I feel about the relics I've gotten for the last like 20 minutes because I haven't said anything? White Bee statue was useless, of course. So we had Sozu, Happy Flower's pretty good, some energy. Blood Vial is kind of meh, we have a solid priority. Lantern's solid, especially with the huge turn 1s we have, and Nunchaku will be not too bad, giving us 1 energy whenever we play 10 attacks. Overall, the relics were just okay here. Some really insane ones and some that weren't doing a whole lot. Of course, I remember to Artifact Bot, thank God. Got to Akabeko Barrage as well, that was pretty good. So we are getting multi-hit first, which could be good, could be bad. It turns out to be good because he drew the Reinforced Body. So I'm thinking, like, can I do better than just playing Reinforced Body and passing? Which, possibly. If I, like, double the stack into Seek or something, but the Seek costs 1, the stack costs, or the Reinforced Body was spent all my energy, the stack costs 2. So just pass, and then try to tank the big hit here with the buffer, that'd be nice. Actually, I played the stack because I was trying to find something else creative to do, and then I was like, nope, that's not happening. Then Reinforced Body. Fair enough. Now we're doing this. Can Seek for a Reprogram? Have we not played that yet? Yeah. And get the burn as well. Cute. And then make sure I'm not going to take damage. I can just play 1 more card there. So play the Reprogram before Hologram, then I can get it back. Oh, I can't get Reprogram back anymore, but this is fine because I'm trying to block for a bit. And now we lost the buffer charge. Now I can play Echo Form first without being worried about it. So this is going very well. The draw order has been perfect pretty much. Like, the fact that we got to lose the buffer to the big hit into drawing the second Echo Form so we could play the Echo Form first and, like, comfortably take the damage from the Beat of Death was just chef's kiss. And the Snecko is overperforming, as you can see. Mostly 0 cost there, although it's relatively close still. Yup. Still have focus somehow, so that's cool. Gotta make sure we actually kill this thing. We are really blocking with Glacier against the Heart with this deck. That's fascinating. Did I double defrag plus or something? So we barely even reprogrammed here. I mean, we kind of did, but it's the holograms are just too strong, man. Wow, poor Heart. And Barrage is up next. It's over. It's so over. Goodbye, Heart. 53-37, we've done it with a very cool reprogram, hologram spam, Snecko kind of deck here. Nearly dying in Act 2. Unclear if the way I played the Fungi Beast plus Avocado Fight was absolutely insane, or if I should have been blocking with Equilibrium as much as I was. And other than that, the Act 1 Super Elite was also very sus, but I was just basically saying, okay, I'll take a Super Elite and hope that it's a good one for me. If not, I'll die. If it's a good one, then I should win and just only take 1 Elite this act. But yeah, I thought this was a cool one. Hope you did too. If you're still here, have you not subbed, have you not liked the video, thanks so much for watching, hope you enjoyed, and as always, have a beautiful day.